There are a lot of Avon collectors out there, and for some this isn't that interesting, so that's why I wanted to just make this a dedicated video. I considered putting it into a vlog and realized this is just going to be way too long and also not for everybody. From Thrift Books, an online thrift store for books specifically, I got this book called Bud Hastin's, or Hastins, I'm sorry if I don't know his last name's pronunciation, but this is Bud Hastin's Avon Collector's Encyclopedia. This has thousands of Avon and California Perfume Company products from 1886 to 2004. This is the 17th edition, and there were a lot of these books made. I would love to know if anybody is continuing on his legacy and trying to document any of the Avon products, because I still did not find one of the pieces that I have collected, because there's not a lot of like eyeshadowy makeup in here. There's a small section of it, but there's compacts in here. There's just not a lot of like eyeshadows, and that was the whole reason why I bought this book was because I was looking for the year of a specific eyeshadow. I can tell by looking at it the year that I think that it was made, but there's really no telling, and I like facts. So anyway, let's dive into this little Avon themed video, and I'm going to show you some things I want and some things I have. Avon has confirmed that this is, here, it says right here, Avon Collectors Encyclopedia is recognized by Avon collectors, Avon representatives, and insurance companies as the official appraisal guide and only complete Avon collector's guide in print. He has the do's and don'ts of Avon collecting in here. A short history of Bud's life is in here. He was born in Missouri, small town farm. Now it's the 17th edition of Avon Collecting. Bud has written, photographed, researched, and published 800,000 books on Avon Collecting. In 1971, when Avon Collecting really started to take off, he started the Bud Hastin Avon Collectors Club. I looked it up to see if any of these websites were still around, and they are not. There's some Facebook accounts, but here's all the, look at all the books. Look at all the books of Avon Collecting. It's crazy. It's crazy. Here's a picture of Bud and his wife, and Bud is no longer with us. So I wonder, I'm just curious, if anybody in the family, they're probably so sick of it, or if they're actually really into it still, if anybody intends on continuing on his legacy, because I really do wish that there was like a whole encyclopedia for the makeup side of Avon as opposed to just bottles. There's a lot in here. The first Avon sales lady is in here. Look at that. Mrs. PFE Allaby. Oh. So anyway, there's a lot of history in the beginning of the book, and then you get into the very beginning products that they have listed here, which is tooth tablets. And what I'm actually going to do is I want to show you my collection first, and then I'm going to point the camera down, and we're going to point out a few things in the book that I find interesting. And if any of you collect Avon or know somebody who has Avon and they want to find something, I mean, the book you can always buy yourself, but buy the book yourself. But if you have something and you're like, I have this and I just want to know what year, anything about it, let me know. I'll try to find it in the book. But let's go through my collection first really quickly. So the first thing I ever got that was Avon, and what started all of this, is this. And you actually see these everywhere. I saw these the last time I went to the antique shop, so they're not rare whatsoever. This is a pitcher and a saucer, and I was trying to find information about it, and then somebody on TikTok said that their grandmother or mother has a huge Avon collection and she has this in it, and she said it also came with a matching soap and something else. And so finding information was the main thing for me, because I just want to be like historically accurate when I talk about stuff. I don't want to be part of the misinformation in the world. I wanted to know, was this soap? Was this soap? Like, what's what? The only reason why I knew it was Avon, when I saw it at Value Village on a shelf, I went, oh my god, that is so cute. And I like saw this, you know? And I was like, huh, I wonder, I'll just grab that. You know, it was like a few bucks. It wasn't that expensive. And then when I flipped it and saw that it was old Avon, I went, ooh, yay, Avon. So this is what started it all. The pitcher and saucer. So that was the very first thing I got. Now, I don't remember all of this in order, but when I posted about this, somebody said, oh, my mom has this one. And I was like, wait, what? And I thought, wait, I never really thought about the world of Avon before. Should I look up more stuff? Because I would love perfume bottles, like a fun I just thought it would be fun to have a collection of old perfume bottles that are decorative and strange, you know, and I really wanted perfume in them unless the bottle is just like irresistible. So the first thing I did was Google perfume, and I found Rose perfume by Avon, and this is full of the product, and it came with a box. So when I saw that, this was kind of when the dopamine hit happened. I was like, there's product in the box? And I freaked out. This is the Moon Wind Cologne by Courting Rose. I love that it came with the box. And so we have the rose top, and then we have the actual little rosebud itself, and then the product. It just smells like grandma's. It smells like going to the bingo hall. It smells like church brunch. It just smells like grandma's. But isn't it so beautiful? I love it so much. So we're gonna look this one's date up. Then we have the Poodle. This was a more recent find, and I love the packaging for this. This has nothing in it, which is unfortunate because I really would have liked it if the Poodle did have the fragrance inside. I want product. I don't want just empty bottles. Whoa. Even though she's empty. Whew. And then we have the binoculars, which is from the men's line, and this is actually, it says on it still, marine binoculars decanter for aftershave and cologne. So this does tell you the line of what this came out for. They come off like this. So you have, this is just the cutest packaging. Isn't that just the cutest packaging? Smells gone from these completely. This collection, which is the lipstick, the powder, and it all came with the box and all of the product. And this lipstick even has like this beautiful nude tone, which is like actually the color I've been loving lately, but I'm not wearing this one. I just have been wearing a similar color to that. And this one is also in the book. And the reason why I bought the book is for this. I bought it because of the flatter eyes that I was not able to locate any sort of date. And I still cannot find the date for this because it is not in the book. Spoiler. I'm gonna take another sip of coffee and I'm gonna show you this amazing, incredible book by Bud Hastin. All right, let's get into the book. Now, I'm just gonna go by marker of what I've marked and show you what I marked and why. The first thing that I marked is this page. Now, I wanna leave it open for you to take it all in. If there's something on here that you see that interests you, do you see anything that pops out to you? I'm curious what does. For me, when I first opened it, it was these eyes looking back at me that I was like, what are these? And I saw the Miss Lollipop lip pops down at the bottom. And I immediately looked up to see if those are available online anywhere, and they are. You can still find these. They're so freaking cute, and they're even cuter in color in person. There's a few videos out there of people doing little like reels and TikToks about these, and they have the actual collection. There's a mirror on the back. They're more sturdy than they look. They look like paper to me on this. Like I was like, oh, they just look like cheap paper. They're actually not. They're plastic with mirrors on the back of the little faces. So if I can find a Miss Lollipop coming up anytime soon, I'm keeping my eye out. I would love to buy one. I really want to find one out in the wild. Obviously for me, it's more exciting to find these things while I'm antiquing. I don't want to buy my whole collection online. I want to keep antique shops and thrift shops alive by supporting them, because going to them is like so peaceful and so calming to me. And it's like a therapeutic thing for me, is going into antique shops and walking around. So even though I know a lot of people who have these booths are also eBay resellers, so you could still be supporting their business. I love finding it out in the wild. If I saw something like this on a shelf at an antique shop, I would scream. And Miss Lollipop is from the 60s. As you guys know, that's my favorite era right now. I'm having a 60s era moment. So, oh my God, what I wouldn't do to find a 60s Miss Lollipop. Oh my gosh. So let's go to the next one that I've bookmarked. This collection up here, the flower print compact and lipstick. I also looked for this. This is actually really beautiful in the photos. It looks textured, like it's almost like made of a burlappy texture. But this, I definitely want to try to find one of the lipsticks in that collection. So that's the flower print compact and lipstick, and that came out in 1967. So I'm looking for those currently. I did find this, the bamboo compact, the bamboo mascara compact. I would love to find the bamboo print ones in the wild. I did see these actually online for sale. I saw one, the small one here in the blush, and it was super, actually I should go buy it. It was literally like $7. I think I might have to go buy it. I'm like, why didn't I buy it? 41 to 48. I love finding things in the 40s. You guys, I need to go buy it. I need to go buy it. Okay, I'm gonna get off. When we're done with this, I'm gonna go buy that because it was not very expensive and it was from the 40s. What was I thinking? I also thought these were really cool looking eyebrow pencils with refills. I did see the refills for sale online, but I didn't see the pencils themselves. I would love to find a pencil like this, whether affordable on eBay, because I think that would be a really rare and small thing to find in an antique shop, but how exciting would that be? And those are from 1916. That's so old. 1916 to 1920 is when those were made, and the refills are made in the 40s. Oh my God. Could you imagine having a 1916 eyebrow pencil? I could see why Erin Parsons went as far into it as she did and why it became a obsession. And especially considering she's a, famous makeup artist, and she wanted to teach herself more historically about makeup, and that's how she went down the rabbit hole that she went down. I can see how that happened. All right, but let's look over here, because do you recognize this? Look at that. That is, yes, you've guessed it right. That is this. She's in the book. This with the box is in the book. There is a Great Dane walking by right now, and I'm really hoping my dogs don't see it. So the lipstick collection, I have these pieces here, and let's read about them. Captivators. This is why I struggled finding it in the glossary in the back, because the name of this there's no collection name on the packaging, so I didn't know what to look for. I just tried to look in the glossary for zebra and it does not come up. So it's called the Captivators. Compact and lipstick. It looks like we have a leopard print as well as the zebra, and the zebra one goes in oh, what is that? I wonder if this is a different. Okay, so we have leopard, zebra, and tiger. Oh my gosh, I want all of them. I want them. I want all three. I need to find the tiger one. So it's not going to be black and white, obviously. And these were in 1969 with the matching lipsticks. This, where it says CMV, that's just him trying to say what it's worth, but this doesn't apply now because of the year. The makeup section, though, I will say in this book is tiny. Like, you go from aftershaves and powders and talcs to a page of some makeup. There's a mascara compact here, which is the Spit mascara. That's from the 30s. I would love to find that. But it's like this, a few other pages, and then you're past the makeup already. We have some more compacts, the bamboo compacts. These silver and blue compact silver boxes. Those are from 1931, and wow. That would be real. I actually think I saw this. I do think I saw this. I was like, oh, that's one of the earliest ones. One of the earliest compacts. But let's go back to what I have bookmarked. All right, so here is another bookmark. So this right here that you see with the mirror, that is rose buds in a circle that hold lipstick. So it's a lipstick holder, and then it has a little vanity set from 1965, and it came with a mirror that is matching, that goes into the center stem, and this is available online right now as well. I did find that. And for me to buy all of this is insane. So I'm just gonna have to continue to, I really should have kept my bookmarks. Honestly, I should have kept them because I want to keep an eye out for these things as time goes on, and remember to purchase them, as I see them come up. But the real thing is, I do want to find them antiquing. So these, I found these, just a photo of them, but they're not for sale. This is the Roll of Fluff set. They're these little feather dusters for, I think it's for powder. What does it say? Full Holds Beauty Dust. White puff, gold top, and handle. And so you dip that into the beauty. Oh my God, they're so adorable. I saw it online, and I would love to find that for sale. Any of these fluff sets. You see all these fluffs? Oh my God, what I wouldn't give to find a fluff. This is where the binoculars are. The marine binoculars from 1973 to 74, black over clear glass with gold caps, side holds, a 4 ounce of Tailwinds or Tribute cologne. I have the Tribute. Yes. The other side holds Tailwinds or Tribute aftershave from 1973 to 1974. I feel like I'm on Antique Roadshow. I love the chess pieces. I think those are really cool. I would love to find one of those. This is from 71 to 72. Turquoise glass, because I don't have white in mine. With the Skin So Soft bath oil and turquoise glass bowl with Avon on the bottom. So that's this one. That's how you know the difference. This one's gonna be a white marbleized, which I have seen before online. 19, here I'll use that as my marker. 71 to 72. Some small bowls have double Avon stamps on the bottoms. Interesting, mine only has one. And a 17. No box, good to know. And then there's a bath oil, a powder sachet, dish, and soap. So yeah, there you go. So you've got 3 different products that came in this collection. It would be really cool since I see this so many times. It's a really popular one. Actually, even I think Marcy, my stepmother-in-law, was like, I have that. Like I think a lot of people got this when it came out because of how beautiful it is. Here's the poodle. We have found the poodle. All right, we have, I'm trying to show you as well as read it from the side. Milk glass with cream colored plastic head and pink lavender bow around the neck. Oh, the bow. I wish I had the bow. Holds field flowers, bird of paradise. What did mine have? Bird of paradise, foaming bath oil. Made between 73 and 76. So mine can be any of those years. But bird of paradise is the fragrance that I have, and it's called the Suzette. Good to know the name, because I would not have known what to call this. I just called it the poodle, obviously, but it's called the Suzette. Look at the Dachshund. Oh my God, frosted glass. Dachshund perfume from the 70s and the Queen of Scots. Oh my gosh, I would have loved that if I found the Dachshund anywhere. But see, this is what's gonna be great. I now know when I see certain things what to look for. The Courting Rose. So now we have this one, and this is from 1974. We've got an exact year. Glass rose with gold cap and stem, came in Moonwind, Sonnet, or Imperial Garden. So I have Moonwind is mine. And Sweet Treat cologne. Okay, the Sweet Treat's right there. Amber coated clear glass for another Courting Rose. This is from 77. Came in Roses or Moonwind. Ah, so they did have a rose one. I just have the Moonwind. That clarifies why this doesn't smell like a rose. Interesting. You guys, I hope you're not bored out of your minds. All of you have gone to the bathroom. You're over it. You guys are like, girl, this is so boring. Daisies Won't Tell. Nail polish. That'd be a fun one to find. I'm trying to find the person who owned the book before with their steins. Yeah, see, they wrote have. This person has a pretty extensive have. Somebody has a pretty extensive Stein collection, and I can see why that's important to them, because when you look at the prices, say, of this one back then in the early 2000s, this was 45 bucks. So I would imagine now, if it has held any sort of value, that would still be worth something. But I mean, so much Avon was made. How much can it really be worth? I feel like the most value is in age. So obviously, like how old something is, and the older it is, the more value it has. This is one also I was told about, and I love peach anything. I've always loved peach, and there's a whole line of peach stuff. This thing down here, see that? That's the peach cream sachet. I've seen that online before. The Pretty Peach collection with the little peach on top. I would love to find those. But I know to keep an eye out for those when I see them out and about. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my little trip down Avon Lane, and if you liked it, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I antique for beauty items a lot, so if you're into that kind of stuff, I vlog about it. I take you along with me. It's super fun. So follow me along, and thanks for watching. Bye!